Stop lying to yourself. You know that empty crash after you finish isn't just in your head. It's in your bones. You tell yourself for the last time. But we both know that's bullshit. You said that yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that. Your friends are building businesses while you're building what? A browser history you're ashamed of? Every time you give in, you're handing over your power. Your creative life force, the thing that makes you magnetic, driven, alive, gone in exchange for a few seconds of nothing. You think you're running the show. You're not. You're being programmed to leak the very energy that could make you unstoppable. Carl Jung reminded us of an uncomfortable truth. No tree can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. Your sexual energy is those roots, and you're cutting them off every single day. Stay with me. I'll show you the exact framework to turn that raw urge into unstoppable drive. First, we have to dismantle the lie. It's harmless. Everyone does it. It's natural. It's stress relief. The persona you show the world, confident, ambitious, in control, is masking a shadow, a part of you terrified of tension. Every time you relieve stress, you train your brain to choose instant escape over deep creation. You think you're just scratching an itch. In reality, you're rewiring your nervous system to avoid challenge. Napoleon Hill wrote in Think and Grow Rich, "Sex desire is the most powerful of human desires. When harnessed and redirected, it may raise one to great accomplishment. But when wasted, that same energy drains your courage and imagination. What feels like relaxation is actually conditioning you to settle for shallow rewards." And here's the disturbing twist. Your distraction is profitable to others. Streaming sites, adult platforms, social feeds, these systems are designed to keep you aroused because your weakness funds their power. Your private habit isn't private at all. It's been engineered. But this is just the surface. The real cost of this cycle isn't external. It's internal, and it's darker than you think. Here's what's really going on beneath the surface. Your sexual energy is not just for reproduction. It's the raw life force Jung called libido. It's the psychic current that fuels your ambition, your focus, your creative breakthroughs. When released compulsively, it's like draining the battery that powers everything meaningful. Neurologically, self-gratification triggers a massive spike in dopamine followed by a steep crash. Over time, your brain's reward system downregulates. You need more stimulation to feel less reward. Motivation drops. Focus blurs. Life feels duller. And modern performance psychology confirms this. When men and women practice sexual self-discipline, testosterone, focus, and drive increase measurably. Studies show that even short-term abstinence can raise motivational energy, clarity, and confidence. This isn't repression, it's conservation. Every time you choose mastery over impulse, your brain learns, I can hold power. Every time you choose release over mastery, your brain learns, I can't handle tension. But here's the darkest part. The damage isn't just chemical, it's psychological. Because deep down, you know you're selling yourself short, and that quiet self-betrayal poisons your confidence. Let's be ruthlessly honest. You don't do it just because you need release. You do it because you're avoiding yourself. You do it because for those few seconds, you feel powerful, when the rest of your life feels powerless. The orgasm becomes an illusion of control. Jung was blunt. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. This habit is proof of how much of yourself you refuse to face. Your hunger, your loneliness, your desire to dominate, your fear of rejection. Instead of integrating that power, you drain it. And here's the hardest pill. Your victimhood is self-chosen. You're not just prey to temptation, you're a collaborator with it. You give away your power, then wonder why life won't trust you with more. You tell yourself you're being kind to yourself. I deserve this relief. But underneath, it's a refusal to do the harder thing, to sit with unspent energy and turn it into something real. You choose comfort over conquest, and the shadow feeds on that choice. The people who stop dissipating this force become magnetic, focused, dangerous in the best way, because they no longer fear their own power. Here's the paradox. The same energy that tempts you to dissipate can be forged into unstoppable drive. Here's a framework to master it. Recognition. When the urge hits, don't run. Sit with it. Feel it fully. Recognize it as raw power, not something to suppress, but something to contain. Transmutation. Immediately channel that energy into creation. Write, train, solve a problem, build something. Energy flows where attention goes. Shadow integration. Journal the real trigger. Was it boredom, fear, loneliness? Bring it into the light. Self-honesty breaks unconscious loops. Ritualize strength. Replace compulsive release with deliberate creative acts. Even small victories rewire your brain to trust your own power. This isn't repression. This is redirection. The energy stays alive, but instead of draining you, it fortifies you. When you do this, your confidence grows. Your focus sharpens. Your presence becomes heavier, more compelling. You stop asking life for scraps and start commanding it. Here's my question for you. Who would you become if you stopped trading power for pleasure? Are you ready to sit with discomfort long enough to turn that fire into fuel? Because everyone watching this will divide into two groups. Those who keep exhausting themselves for 5 seconds of release, and those who realize that real aliveness comes from mastery, not surrender. Which will you be? Tell me in the comments. What urge will you transmute into creation this week?